Hello again, it's Sarah from Sarah Q Geist DBT, myofascial release. I'm doing a video with you this morning on cervical unwinding. So unwinding is a way to allow the body to start to move in the way that it wants and needs to move. We spend a lot of time, sorry again, there's Ryder panting. We spend a lot of time throughout our day trying to create the body to do something, create movement, create stillness through the body, right? We go to work and we sit at our desk and we try to keep ourselves still for as long as possible to be able to focus on doing our work. And then we leave work and we think, oh, we really need to exercise. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to do this specific exercise. So again, we're requiring our frontal lobe, our brain, our thinking part of our experience to force or recommend the body move in a certain way. And really, very rarely do we give our body the opportunity to move how it wants to move. Unlike my little dog here, who is constantly stretching and, doing whatever her body wants to do. So unwinding is a really great way to kind of take off the imposition from the brain to the body, and it can be extremely healing. So there are a lot of different things that can happen through the unwinding process, one of which is your body can actually go into a position that it was in during a traumatic experience and allow our awareness to kind of come back in ourselves. Our nervous system is really, really amazing, and that if we are really overwhelmed and think we might die, we actually start to kind of come out of our experience a little bit so that we can kind of manage through that. It's pretty overwhelming to be in a car crash, and so it's really actually helpful for us to not be fully experiencing that. But as we go forward and we kind of have to try to manage what that experience was, it can be helpful to go back to that time, that place, that physical position in our body, and allow some of that awareness to kind of come back to ourselves. So if you have any questions about that, it's kind of an out there concept. I'd be happy to chat with you about that. Shoot me a message or post something in the comments, and that's totally fine. So as with all of my videos, you are in charge of your body. So don't do anything that doesn't feel right for you. And if you want to know how to figure out if something is right for you or not right for you, please feel free to watch the video that I posted earlier this morning on how to kind of learn what the body is telling you and how to make decisions on what's right for your body. So if you've kind of figured out that this might be a helpful thing for you, I would encourage you to find a comfortable sitting position. You can do this in standing or lying down, but I think sitting is a great way to start. So find a really comfortable sitting position that can be on the floor, on a chair, and really allow yourself to feel connected to the ground. So feel your bum on whatever you're sitting on. Notice what your legs are making contact with. Feeling maybe your arms or hands are resting on your legs, and really just kind of allow yourself to feel nice and grounded. And then kind of start to notice that maybe your back is grounded and touching something, or maybe your back is floating free, but just bring your awareness up your body a little bit, kind of into your back, your abdomen, your chest, your whole torso. And then just start to notice what your head and neck feel like. You may notice that you can really feel some parts of your body and you can't really feel other parts of your body. That's really useful information to know. So for me right now, I can really feel my head. It kind of feels like some sinus pressure. And I really can't feel my neck a whole lot. So just kind of good awareness for me. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that your head is a balloon and that it's kind of floating on top of your body. So almost like your neck is that string of the balloon. And then start to imagine that there's a little bit of wind. And so your balloon just kind of is moving around a little bit. Not a lot of wind. Maybe your balloon is inside. And so it's just kind of lightly floating. And you can allow your head to just start to move a little bit. If your head doesn't really want to move, you can encourage it. You can kind of say, hey, let's try this. Let's just move around. But make sure that you're moving slowly and gently. You never want to force any of this movement. So as you're new to this, and even as you've been doing this a while, I always have to kind of check in and say, Is this movement because my brain thinks I should be moving this way, because my thinking part of myself is saying, hey, you really should stretch here because it hurts? Or is this movement from my body? Is my body exploring and saying, actually, what would it be like to be here right now? What would this position be like? So you're just kind of watching yourself, and it's totally fine at the beginning. Your thinking brain is going to be in charge. It's used to being in charge all of the time. And so, you can let it be in charge a little bit, and then notice the times when maybe the movement feels a little bit different. It doesn't feel like there's an intention behind the movement from the brain. Most important part is to allow yourself to feel what's going on. If you're not paying attention to what's going on, it's hard to know what's going on, right? So hard to know if your brain is in charge, if your body is in charge, and if you're really doing something that feels right or helpful, or you're just trying to, copy my movements, and maybe it's not right for your body. So this will look different for everybody. The way that I unwind is similar and different than everybody. So don't worry too much about what I'm doing. Don't try to copy that. Just kind of explore and see what's going on for you. And you might find that you get to a position, a moment of stillness, and then maybe that starts to move again. And maybe the rest of your body wants to come into it. And again, just being gentle, just being slow. This movement can become fast, it can become more intense, but I would encourage you to only allow that to happen when you feel really sure that it's your body deciding to make the movements, that your body is leading the way. And this can continue for as long as you feel like it's helpful. Again, you can allow the arms, so if I just kind of let my arms start to move, one really wants to come up like that, the other wants to be here, so you can really kind of bring that into the mix. So some music with this can be helpful sometimes. You can take some nice slow movement, and then as maybe you get more comfortable with it, you can try some faster slow music, and then faster music, and then just allow your body to move however it would like. Again, please let me know if you have any questions, any comments. You can shoot me an email. You can message me on Facebook Live. And as you can see, you can stop this at any time. So some people get really freaked out when their body starts kind of being the one in control because they're not used to it at all. But know that you can always shut it down. You have lots of practice of shutting down what your body's needs are. We want to give you an opportunity to allow the body's needs to kind of come out. So hope you all are doing well. Please be in touch. Would love to hear from you guys, and take care and stay well.